boat. Please haven't been sharks. Maybe it's just waking up. Alright, we've got an issue here. We got triple hookup. I got the plastic's been hit, Dad's on, and I got one on my bait and the plastic.
There must be a trillion of them down there. You got a big one.
Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. We're out snapper fishing today, in close for a start. Who knows where we'll end up though. And we're trying to put a feed of snapper together off the Gold Coast here in southeast Queensland. Now we actually haven't fished for snapper much at all this season just due to bad weather, working during the week, 5 days. So it's been hard to get out. So we're really hoping today we can have a good session and put a few snapper on deck and fingers crossed some bigger ones. We're halfway between the moons, the full moon and the new moon right now. So I don't know, probably not the best moon, but we have just got a fish already and lost one, which I'll show you in a minute. So fingers crossed they're biting, and we'll talk you through everything we're doing today, including bite times, our rigs and baits, our other thinking throughout the day and our plans and everything. So stay tuned, you might pick up a few tips. And if you do enjoy, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like rating. All right, let's get into the fishing. The sun is just coming up. Quick, quick, quick. Catch some fish before it comes up too high. Let's go. I'll have a drop while the plastic gets down on those fish. Yeah, have a go. Because it'll be sinking down in the right area. Oh, there's a bit of a show there.
We'll get fish here.
Hope so.
I think you're on.
Good fish too. Yep. I don't know what this will be. Might be a cod or something. This was right on the bottom. I left it in the rod holder. It's heavy, whatever it is.
It's not a snapper. Unless you side hooked it now, you could have side hooked it.
Yeah, might be a cod or something. It's only in the belly. I've got your line, that's what it is. Cool. Oh, that's a start to the morning. There we go guys, that's the first fish of the day, only a small one. Dad lost one first drop. We think his pilly was still a bit frozen, so when that snapper's hit it, we haven't got a good hook set on that fish, but anyway, it's one to start.
We went straight back up for another drift over the school of fish, and this time it was the soft plastic bouncing around in the rod holder that got hit. At first, we thought it was going to be a smaller fish, but suddenly it decided to wake up.
Yeah.
Is that?
This one's on the plastic, guys. Not a big one, it's not even taking drag.
Oh, there he's going big.
Hang on, hang about.
Now he's going.
What's going on here?
Yeah. No?
I think he just woke up a little bit. Oh, it's working the drag, it's going, isn't it? Going under the boat. Please haven't been sharks. Maybe it's just waking up. Not a bad fish this one, guys, actually. Yeah, good one, though. Not bobbing though. Up and down. Having a bit of a dig though now. for now. Might have just been a bit sleepy, waking up for the morning. This is a better fish. Yeah. Hasn't streamed off, but it's got a bit of weight there, had a couple of runs. Pull up, snap up.
Is it?
Yep.
Go for your line.
Oh yeah, it's a nice one.
Oh yeah. Little plastic does its job.
Every day of the week, I'll take that.
Good fish, Will. That's what we.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
And that's why you dangle a plastic out the back, guys. Hey, there we go. That's a nice one for in close, guys. Very happy with that. On the plastic and on the light gear. It's funny, we were just saying he started off really light and I thought, oh, it's just another one of those small panties, and then all of a sudden he took off around the boat and I got weight of him. It's like he just woke up all of a sudden. So that is a very nice fish for fishing in close off the coastline. On the plastic, good fun. We're gonna get back up there. We found a school of fish. I'll try and show you on the camera. And we're gonna try and fish those pretty hard while it's still early and while they're biting, and I'll talk about the bite times in a minute because we've got two that are sort of coinciding at the moment. So alrighty, I just thought I'd really quickly interrupt the video, guys, to let you know a couple of things. Now, firstly, this video was filmed a couple of months ago. So where you're seeing us catch these snapper in close in the shallows, I'm not sure if they would still be there now. As the weather warms up as we head into late spring and summer, the snapper tend to move out further into deeper water again. You can definitely go out and chase them in 40, 60, 80 meters of water this time of year and all year round. So we're about to do that in a minute in this video. Now, secondly, I just wanted to give you a bit of context about why that plastic was just sitting in the rod holder. Now, if you've seen my videos in the past, you know that we love using these tiny little 3-inch Z-Man minnows in the pink glow color. These things, for some reason, slay snapper, and they often slay the bigger ones. We use a 3/8 of an ounce or 1/2 ounce jig head with a 3/0 hook, so nice and light, and the presentation of these things just slowly wafting down just seems to get all of those bigger snapper. There's so many times where this thing catches the biggest fish of the day. Sometimes it even catches the most fish, but even if you like fishing with bait like we do, casting this out and leaving it in the rod holder to dangle around just doubles your chances. Well, it increases your chances anyway, and it gets so many good fish. So I highly recommend you trying it. We're running it on 12-pound braid and 14-pound leader, so nice and light. And if there's no sharks around, that's absolutely fine, and it gets a lot of bites. Now, if you want to know the full technique that we use, I have made a video on it and I will leave it in the description. So go check that out. It is some really valuable information and it will catch you more fish. Anyways, let's get back into the video.
I just thought I'd show you the type of ground that we're fishing here. So this one is an isolated bommy, and as you can see, the reef is rising up on the sounder screen now. Some days this can be absolutely covered in bait and fish, but this day it was pretty dead. We did some sounding around the area and actually found some small shows of fish on the flat, rubbly ground about 30 or 40 metres off the side of the bommy, which you'll see here. These patchy shows are what we were drifting over when we caught the first few fish this morning.
There wasn't heaps on the sounder when we got that last one on the plastic. There was a bit of bait and stuff, but... There's one.
Oh yeah.
Not big. Oh, might be alright though. Hit on the drop.
Oh really, snapper.
It's angry, but I just don't think it's a big one. It's definitely a snapper, it's only going to be small. Had a bit of a dig near the bottom, but that's about it. Oh, there he goes though. Yeah, might just be coming onto a show. Jeez. Oh yeah, he's a fat little one. It's funny, it's like he was swimming up sometimes, then he'd take off down again. He's not bad he's not a bad panny. Well, there's fish number 3 for the day, guys. That one's another smaller model, but it's a nice chunky one, and it'll be about 42, 43 sort of thing, so not massive, but a tasty little panny anyway. We're getting 1 adrift so far, and we missed a couple more. So anyway, there must be a few on this drift line. There's a show down there now, so I'm going to let Dad drop his bait down, but hopefully we can keep picking them off. Pretty good for in close off the Gold Coast. Well guys, we're still at that little spot in close, but we are just about to move. The fish have really sort of gone off the tube pretty quickly, as you can see in the background there. Once that sun starts to come up a little bit, it's amazing how quickly these shallow grounds can shut down most days. There was also a moon above bite time, but it also ended about 5:30, so it coincided with the sunrise. But hopefully if we head out a little bit deeper, where it's less affected by the sun in the early morning, we'll be able to find some. We might head out to 40 meters and have a look first, and then if not, we might head out to 60 where they bite a bit later into the morning. So there was some snapper biting this morning, which is a good sign. If we had none in the esky right now, I'd be a bit worried, but I think we'll go find some more. So we're gonna head out a bit wider and see how we go. Alrighty, we've just come out a little bit wider, guys, into about 40 meters of water. Similar thing, this spot here is a bit of a lump or rock surrounded by some sort of more gravelly, well, it's pretty rough reef actually, so a bit of a bommy surrounded by some rougher reef. Now before we move on and keep fishing, I just thought I'd show you this because I've got a new discount code for you guys. So this here is a sounder cover from M&E Tackle, a local brand here on the Gold Coast. Now I got this to stop the glare on our sounder screen so we can see it better, especially standing down the back of the boat. But these things are great for open boats like tinnies or even jet skis and kayaks, for stopping that salt spray hitting your sounder all the time, and of course the sun and glare and, you know, salt water droplets on your screen. So they're really, really handy. Now M&E Tackle makes these to suit all sorts of different sounders, so I'll leave a link to their website in the description so you can go on there and have a look at all their different sizes and options, and you can also contact them as well if you're worried that it's not going to suit your sounder. So WillK15 is the discount code. It's the same as my Salty Captain discount, and you guys are going to get 15% off all your sounder covers from M&E Tackle if you use that. So check out the link in the description and write down that discount code.
There wasn't much happening in 40 meters of water, so we shot out even further into 60 meters of water.
So we've just come out even deeper again, guys. There's a little bit of current going down to the south and a little bit of wind coming against it. So the first drift, our lines went right out. We've just put the sea anchor out, or drogue, and this saves us so many sessions. Got a bite? Yep. There we go. As soon as we put that out, first drop, and Dad's got a snapper. I was just going to say there's some shows down there. Is it a snapper or is it a bonito?
Hopefully this, oh, it's going like a bonito.
Yeah.
You're on?
Yeah, bonito. Bonito. You can tell that by the way your rod tip's going. Tap, 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 tap. That's their tail.
There it is.
Oh, put that out for a Spaniard. Look at the jelly bean size of that. I got colour on mine too. Just check your leader after that too. Oh, mine's going nuts. Good bait.
Yeah.
Dad's next drop wasn't much better.
This is going to be a mess. Big bonito. Oh, don't bite my braid, don't bite my braid. Oh, 3 in a row. Alright, let me just try and get him off and at least get my braid back in the game.
Oh, God.
On the next drift, we finally got our baits down past those bonito.
Yep. Be a snapper, not a bonito. Oh no. Is it a snapper or bonito, you reckon? Oh no. Oh, it's going a bit erratic like a bonito, isn't it?
There must be a trillion of them down there. You got a big one.
Yeah. Watch, I'll have a snapper. I don't think so either. I think it's going just like a bonito. If it's a snapper, it's a good one though. So I'm gonna pray. Well, it might be, you know. Mine's actually going a bit more like a snapper. Yeah, mine's a snapper.
Oh, so mine.
Is it?
Yep.
There you go. Here we are thinking they're bonito. No, mine's definitely going more like a snapper. It's thump thump, not little tail beats. Oh, there you go. Lucky we had a drop. We were actually just pulling in the parachute. We had all our lines in, guys, and we just drifted over a random show, and we thought, oh, that's worth a drop. So we dropped down, and sure enough, we both got hit on the drop. This will be another snap.
Yep. Keep going.
No, that one's all right. Nice panny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, that's better than bonito. So there's Dad's. Not monsters, but nice little panny. About probably 40ish. Mine's probably about 45 centimeters. Good start out here, out wide. They're better than the bonito we were getting. All right, we've got an issue here. We got triple hookup. I got the plastic's been hit. Dad's on. I'm going to let him wind his in first. And I got one on my bait and the plastic. Just watch the prop there, Dad. Hopefully, I think they're bonitos, sadly. Or at least Dad's is. I don't know what mine is on the plastic. Not really running. I don't know what the go is. I think it's a bonito. Oh, it's running now.
There's going to be a big tank.
Well, there we go, guys. That's the result of that triple hookup. We had two more bonito, and this guy hit the plastic. They really love those plastics. This one here is a Z-Man 5-inch paddle tail with a bit heavier jig head. So in close we were using 1/2 ounce. We sometimes even use 3/8 of an ounce, but since we've come out deeper, where you got to get down further and there's a bit more wind and current, we've gone to a 3/4 ounce jig head. So anyway, worked well for that one. Alrighty, well, bit of chaos there. The batteries actually went flat just as we got that triple hookup, but yeah, two of them were bonito, and the one that hit the soft plastic that was in my left hand was that snapper. That's a nice size one. So yeah, that plastic wasn't down too far, I don't think. I'll show you exactly how we set up when we go for another drift. We always turn the boat the same way when we start a drift, because funnily enough, that can actually change the direction you drift by about 45 degrees some days. Then we'll chuck the plastic out first and lower our baits down, but I'll show you that when we get up there. All right, first things first, guys, we've deployed the sea anchor. So once that takes up, Dad's going to cast the plastic on a 45-degree angle back this way. We're drifting up here. So by doing that, as we drift this way, the line angle is going to end up at the back of the boat. I mean, last time it got hit before it even got down there. So it was on the drop and I just saw line flying off it. So beautiful. So that goes up there. That goes in the rod holder, and then we send our baits down. So when we're doing this technique for snapper, guys, you can see I've got my rod under my arm. We like to use overhead reels, as I've said in the past, just because you can thumb that spool and slow your bait down or control it, and you feel every bite. Your line's not flapping off the reel like a spin reel. Spin reels are good if you're fishing in shallow water and you're anchored, or you're using really lightweight and it's just slowly sort of coming off, or for your soft plastics. But for this deeper water sort of float lining, we like to use overheads. My thumb's on the spool, and if that gets eaten on the drop and starts to run off really fast, it's simply a matter of clicking that into gear and we're on. So hopefully I get to show you here in a minute. All right, this time I'm sending down half a fillet of slimy mackerel. So I just cut it in half lengthways, nice and thin. Let's send that down, nice and wafting. See how we go. Wind's dropped out a little bit again.
Yeah. Water must be getting back through some hooks. That's a fish well, yeah.
That's a snapper.
Yeah,
Or yeah, a bit more. Yeah, that's snappery. Not a giant, but hopefully it's a good one. Not going too bad, but not a monster. Not a monster at all, sadly. It's having a bit of a go. That was just slowly floating that bit of slimy mackerel down. Go on, take it. Oh, decent panty. You got one too? Oh yeah, that's a decent little panty. Oh no. He's alright.
Yep.
Bugger. Oh, that's alright, Dad. Yes. Yep. Alrighty. Well, I just got that one that you saw. And now Dad's hooked up as well. Mine was on that bit of slimy mackerel. This is on a pilchard. But once you come over a school, the main thing is to get that bait presentation right down on top of them. Most of the time it doesn't really matter what bait it is. Strip bait, pilchard, squid. As long as you present it down to them right, you get everything right. There's a few pieces to the puzzle. The weather. You gotta have a sea anchor if you're drifting to slow you down at times, which we've done today. Otherwise we would not be catching these fish. You gotta get your sinker weight right. You got to slow your bait down, you got to find the schools of fish and drift over them. All sorts of things have to go your way. You got a tusky.
Oh,
do you want a net?
Nope.
Hey! Well done, Dad.
That's nice.
Good stuff. There's a good little pair.
Yeah.
Tusky. Snapper down there.
Under the chin.
Yep. So
that'll do though.
Yeah. So our rigs that we've talked about, we use 2 hooks snelled together. So you can see one at the top there, one at the bottom. You can use ganged hooks or whatever, but we just find sometimes that second one just pins them, whether it's snapper or pearl perch or tuskies, as you can see here. Pins them in the mouth or under the chin sometimes, or in the face. So that's why we like that Snell rig. Well done, Dad.
Yep. Oh, well, I thought that was going to be another snapper, which would have been our bag, so we can catch another fish.
Cool. All right, just spent a bit of time getting him off, but that's my snapper that I just got. Not bad, getting a little bump on its head. Once again, that's in the 40s, sort of mid 40 size, so they're not monsters, but you can only catch what's there. We're, as I said, between moons, so it's not the hottest sort of bite period, if you want to call it that, or time to fish, so we're happy to be putting a feed together. And there's Dad's tusky that he just got. Beautiful colours on that one. Very nice. He had a bit of a bite, missed it, dropped it down, and obviously this guy was sitting on the bottom and he's either, well, picked up the scraps or this was the original fish and it's come back and eaten it. But very cool fish, very tasty. A nice addition. Now, I think some people get the idea in their head that to catch snapper or other reef species, you need some magical mark, or you need to find some perfect bommy or something like that. And while that does help, while they are good spots, a lot of the areas we're fishing, like this one where we're picking up a lot of fish, they're just areas, guys, and we don't go bang, we're going to go to this one mark all the time, or this one rock, and we're going to anchor up on it or spot lock and catch fish. We're drifting or we're sounding around and covering ground to find these fish. So especially here off the Gold Coast where you get long stretches of reef, there can be fish anywhere along there. A lot of the time, especially out here a bit wider in about 60 meters, the reefs are nice long reefs and there's usually patches of bait and fish all around the area, and it's fairly flat bottom. There's a few good rises and rocks, or you can tell where the reef comes up a little bit, in some areas a little bit higher, and you know you're on the reef. But all around these areas you just have to search and find the fish. Every time we come out here, we'll put in our mark, but the first thing we do as we're approaching, we'll turn on the sounder and go, come on, where's the bait and fish? We've got to search for it. Over time you do get, you know, a good sort of group of marks around an area. Same as when we fish up at the Sunshine Coast. The more you fish there, the more you get, you know, these little groups of marks that you can check and drive around. Or if you're struggling one day, you can drift through that area where you know you've caught fish before and where you know there's good reef structure. So yeah, we're not coming out to any magical marks. We're fishing a really large area here and we're just sounding around and finding the different schools of fish and bait around that. So we've lined up again over a another, you know, good drift line here where we saw a fair few shows of fish. So fingers crossed we can pick up our last one for our bag of 8. Well, just as I finished telling you about fishing areas and what type of ground we're fishing, just as I finished, Dad got a nice solid hit and he's hooked up here. So yeah, I think it's a good snapper. Fingers crossed this is a big one to finish off our bag. I'll get the net ready. Take your time. Yeah, it's not a bonito, I don't think.
No. Oh, I haven't had the tail beat to the bonito.
I'll be honest, guys, Dad has struggled a little bit today.
That's bonito.
He's really good at catching bonito. He's an expert actually, but he's been a bit unlucky. He's got a couple of the snapper, but he's got that nice tusk fish, but this might be just what he's been deserving. I got colour. I think it's a good snap. Oh, it's a bonito, no. No, I think it's a good snap, Dad. Just keep him under here. Yeah, nice one. Bring him in, bring him in. Got him. That's a nice one, Dad.
Yeah.
That's a beauty, actually.
Good one for our 8.
Woohoo! Yeah. Well done, Dad.
One. Thank you.
That is a nice one, especially especially to finish off our bag. Yep. We wanted a bigger one, so well done, mate.
No worries.
Alrighty guys, we are back at home now finally. We're just about to fillet the fish. We've already washed up the gear. And of course, I wanted to remind you guys that you can get 15% off Salty Captain products on their website by using my code WILK15. We just got home and straight away we washed down the car, the boat, and we ran the motor with the Salty Captain products. Super quick and easy, and now we're straight onto the filleting so we can go inside and have a shower and have a rest. So for now, we're going to get onto the fish and maybe show you a couple of the fillets, but don't forget to write down that Salty Captain discount code. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So at the top, we got Dad's nice tusk fish, solid chunky little ones, pretty heavy. We got the biggest snapper of the day there. Second biggest, so Dad, sorry, but I got the biggest again. No, a couple of great fish there. And obviously a few panties and stuff to fill the bag. And a couple of them have got bumps on their head and stuff, so they're not bad size, like they're pretty good fish. No really small ones today. This one's super red for some reason, even its chin and everything. But yeah, no, not complaining at all with a feed like that. Alrighty guys, that is the fillet off the bigger one. Just skinned it, that's the skin, no meat left on it at all, as you can see. Beautiful and white. If you didn't bleed it, there'd be blood all through this fillet and all over the table. It's obviously a bit of slime and muck, but I'm just going to take the ribs and pin bone out and divide this up into a few pieces. That is a cracking fillet. Now, this is Dad's friend that he invited to the barbecue. This is Mr. Venus Tuskfish, and if you look at that flesh, pure white, there's no bloodline through the middle there, like a snapper has. And that is why we get excited whenever one of these comes to the surface. They are delicious, especially in a bit of beer batter. So, very happy with that. We've got a couple more in the freezer, so we're going to add it to them, and we've got a feed of tuskfish then. Beautiful. Alrighty, well that brings us to the end of the video, guys. I hope you picked up a few tips and enjoyed the action. Don't forget to use that discount code for Salty Captain and for M&E Tackle sounder covers. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like rating and leave a comment asking any questions you may have or letting me know your thoughts. Until next time guys, tight lines, happy fishing, and I hope you get onto some snapper.